Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Peter Husey, and I'm Director of Strategic Deterrence Studies at the Mitchell Institute for Aerospace Studies as part of the Air Force Association. Thank you for watching this on-demand presentation, which is part of our virtual nuclear deterrent and Triad symposium entitled Second to None, Working Together to Modernize America's Nuclear Deterrent. I'm happy to be co-hosting this event with the great people from the Cyber Innovation Center and Louisiana Tech Research Institute in Louisiana. Originally, we planned a live conference there, but because of the COVID-19, we have decided to go virtual. We're very fortunate today to have a colleague and friend, Mr. Henry Sokolsky. He's Executive Director of the Non-Proliferation Policy Education Center, which works to provide decision makers with a better understanding of strategic weapons proliferation issues. He's also a senior fellow for nuclear security studies at the University of California, San Diego School of Global Policy and Strategy. He previously served as deputy for non-proliferation policy at the Office of Secretary of Defense, worked with the Office of Net Assessment on strategic weapons proliferation, served on 2 congressional commissions for the prevention of WAMD proliferation, and at one time was a Senate staffer. Henry, thank you for taking the time to join us today. I'd like to start today's session by giving you an opportunity to make a few opening remarks on the history of nuclear proliferation, the likelihood of further nuclear proliferation, and what can be done about it. So with that, sir, I'm going to turn this over to you. I want to thank you and your staff for helping us today and joining us.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me in your effort here today. The presentation I'm going to give was one that was first developed for the Strategic Deterrent Coalition, and I've tuned it since then. But they were concerned about what the future of nuclear deterrence might be if nuclear weapons spread, and I thought it was a pretty thoughtful question, and one that I certainly had not entirely prepared myself to present on, but now I'm ready. So you get the benefits of someone asking a good question, and I hope it's a question that interests you. It should, because essentially what this presentation is going to suggest is that with enough proliferation, you're going to have a very hard time using anything much to reduce the threat of any other country posing nuclear weapons or strategic weapons against you. So why don't we proceed to the first question set. 3 questions for today's presentation. First, does nuclear proliferation weaken deterrence? I'm going to argue the short answer is yes, and I'll give you a longer answer as to why momentarily. How likely is more nuclear proliferation? Short answer here again, I think plenty likely. What can be done? This is, I think, the good news. A lot. Now, sort of the dark side of the upside is I don't think it'll be very easy to do the things I'm suggesting, but we should at least try more than we are.